Polly Mack, who is the first round leader, her third shot at the 10th, setting up a look at birdie. And Polly Mack, a birdie putt there would get her 2 back.
Yeah, for Polly, being the longest hitter on the LPGA Tour, really wanting to take advantage of the par 5s like the 10th hole and putting herself in that bunker for her second. Setting up for a easy birdie putt. Potential.
Polly Mack, we saw her bunker shot, her third shot at the par 5 10th. This for birdie to go to 4 under on the day and 2 shots back at 13 under. Polly Mack taking advantage of the par 5s. You see the eagle at 7, a birdie at 10, a birdie at 5.
Yeah, she's 4 under today on the par 5s. Not too bad. You know, said she needed to take advantage of them. She was listening. Players say yesterday, was asking them at the golf course how thick the rough is.
Polly Mack, her second at the 11th. You were watching Polly Mack on the range, and she has a lower ball flight than most people.
And you can see just even with that shot.
You and me both. To the 11th, Polly Mack, the first round leader. For another birdie.
Oh.
With the airplanes flying up above, Polly Mack gets to 14 under.
Well, she and her caddy actually played a game all yesterday on counting the airplanes and trying to see.
Polly Mack shot a 63 in the first round. Here she is at the 12th. A chance to get 1 back of Davey Weber and go to 6 under on the day.
She is 8 under for her, the par 5s in the first 2 rounds. She's had 2 eagles on par 5s so far. She eagled the 12th hole yesterday.
And she gets a birdie here. Polly Mack, we got a chance to watch her on the range, and she and her caddy Chi-Chi are having a lot of fun out there. There's something about her. I mean, we saw her, for her to come out today and do what she
just kind of almost visualize them going in.
Polly Mack 1 shot back of Davey Weber on the tee here at 13, and Gary Christian's with this group now.
Just a little breath of wind back into the player's face. Let's just pull just a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. We did see her though.
Back here on the Golf Channel, Portland Classic, 2nd round. Polly Mack with a birdie putt here to tie for the lead.
Yeah, a surprisingly poor short iron shot as well as she's playing to pull it up on top of this level. So you tiptoe it along the top of this ridge and then it dives downhill to the right. So from about 60 feet plus.
Look at the break in this putt.
Yeah, she only had 25 putts in yesterday's round. Definitely the part of her game that needs the most work on the tour. She's 160th on tour in putts per green in regulation, but we've seen some really beautiful putting from her yesterday. That was a great lag putt, just distance control, but also we saw how much that broke, so she had to navigate that huge swinging putt along with the speed. A very hard worker, but really good short game.
She actually sought you out before the round.
Yeah, I had a little catch-up time with some of my Duke Blue Devils.
Now Polly Mack has this left for her par.
Well, the hard part was done rather nicely from Polly to get it down there pin high. Now just a little bit of cleanup work, just enough to catch her attention. But not outside the hole. Roll this one in, keep things going.
She began her college career at UNLV, then finished at Alabama.
Alabama produces some really great golfers like Cheyenne Knight, who've been watching all day. Oh, and that just caught that right corner.
After 3 straight birdies, a par at the par 3.
Yeah, I had a little catch-up time with some of my Duke Blue Devils.
Now Polly Mack has this left for her par.
Well, the hard part was done wrong.
We got to Cheyenne Knight's team, and I'll tell it in a story in a minute as we got Polly Mack on the tee at 14.
Certainly one of the narrower driving holes the further you hit it, so iron's a good play.
She likes to play a little bit of a right to left.
And not all the putts going in, so she has one more opportunity.
Polly Mack second at 14.
We said earlier on, this is a very gentle flag. Room around it, you can be free. This is right at it from 120.
She will have that putt to tie for the lead.
Yeah, played it just so smart off the tee, using a long iron golf course because it's right next to her house.
Well, Polly Mack has this putt to tie for the lead.
Uphill all the way, just moving right.
And she knew right away it was never on line. You think about what Polly Mack is doing, what Davey Weber is doing, both players in uncharted territory.
Yeah, automatically go to the LPGA Tour. I'll finish my story later because it's fascinating, but now we're going back to Polly Mack.
A little bit of wind into the players, so this is going to be laid back a little bit further with the iron.
Smart play there by Mack.
Dunk from the fairway.
Mack second in the air.
She does
What?
not like it.
No, and that fortunately didn't plug into the face of the bunker.
Polly Mack just going to look back, see where her alignment was, where the divot went. She needs a plane to fly overhead to distract her right now.
Yeah, get a little guessing game with
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yep.
At the 15th, third for Polly Mack.
It's a difficult enough shot as it was, but it stayed on that slope. And so it's a very difficult to get the right contact. That just came out fast.
Looked like it did not take as much sand as she was hoping. That's one of the worst feelings when you have in your mind, you know, how much sand you want to take and kind of feel the shot and it just hits. What a change one season makes.
Polly Mack now trying to save her par at 15.
Got to be a little respectful of the pace down here. It's quick.
And she still has some work left now to save a bogey. Okay. Polly Mack at 15 for bogey to just drop one. And she does just that. So she now falls back into a tie for second with Andrea Lee at 14 under, 2 shots back of Davey Weber, who has a 36-hole lead for the first time. Polly Mack coming off her first bogey since the first hole on the tee at 16.
See if we can hit this right in the middle of the green. Oh, she's taking this straight at it. What a shot. Good way to come back after the hiccup on the previous hole.
Yeah, I'd say, watch this. Can rebound. That also can be just when you have good camaraderie with your caddy as well. It looks like she does. The Chi-Chi just, you know, you can just talk about something else. You know, get your mind off of it, laugh, smile, say, all right, we're going to go and birdie the next hole.
I got a chance to speak with them earlier today, and they said, put a mic on us. You'll
You know, play it up on the top and hit on the top of the equator of the golf ball.
Right now for Polly Mack, just her second bogey of the day. Her first came at the very first hole, and this would be a really good response by her to get back one shot of the leader, Davey Weber.
She's just got just that little bit of push off that left fringe, so it would move just a little bit right downhill. Yeah, you'd be A great opportunity just to flip that momentum after the disappointment of the last hole.
She was putting so well yesterday. She had 25 putts. And we can see from this angle, this camera angle, that she's aimed about a ball, half a ball left side. She was expecting it to just dive. She hit that exactly where she was aimed.
A par for Mack. And that was a good putt.
Yeah, she was expecting, like Gary said, for that French to kind of push it a little bit more to the right off of that slope, and it just held its line.
She looks up.